Hello, hello, and welcome back for a hotly anticipated episode of Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM The Long War. Hotly anticipated by whom? Well, me, specifically, and probably only me. But be that as it may, hotly anticipated still. And why is that, you ask? Well, because as you can see, we have a covert operation coming up very shortly. She's a brewing, and I'm excited. Now, normally that would actually, a covert operation would have me saltier than a large order of McDonald's French fries floating in the middle of the Dead Sea. But this is a little bit different. In this particular instance, I'm actually looking forward to this Exalt mission because it's the last time on this playthrough that we are going to have to fight these miserable dicklickers. Once this mission is over, the only thing stopping us from slamming into Exalt headquarters like a goddamn wrecking ball is the inevitable lawsuit from Miley Cyrus. So what we're going to do is get to scanning, and just hopefully we can work out some kind of licensing agreement with Miley's people before time comes to send the old ball slamming into the Exalt headquarters, breaking down their walls, hitting them hard and low, as it were, and wreck their shit forever. So let's get to work. That didn't take long at all. Alright, now my only concern about this, now, of course, it's time for prediction time. Little prognostications. If I were Johnny Carson, I'd have a funny hat on and hold an envelope up to my forehead and talk in a weird voice and say, "Oh, yeah," but I'm not Johnny Carson. He was funny, I'm not. But anyway, it's prediction time, so let's get to prognosticating. Now, normally I would predict a 4-man extraction mission on the Laundromat map. Not going to do that this time. This time, I'm predicting a 7-man extraction mission on the Fountain map. And that's not the map with the fountain and then the building surrounding, but the wide open fountain map with the bus. The reason I'm predicting that is because that 7-man mission is the most miserable piece of shit ever. And why would Exalt do anything other than the maximum annoyance value? I mean, I can't anticipate that they would choose any other path. So it's going to be the Bus of Death, which actually was the Keanu Reeves bus with Sandra Bullock and Speed. That was the original Bus of Death, but this will be Bus of Death Part 2, because we're going to forget the Speed movie that involved a cruise ship. That was just fucking retarded. So 7-man Exalt mission then, on the Fountain of Pain. Let's see if I'm right. Alright, so we've got 7-man mission, so far so good, 1 for 2. Let's see what kind of crew we can put together here. Now, we did... Yeah, your confidence, blah, 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 blah. All you do is yak, Optimus Prime. And to be honest, I've had a complete ass full of your shit. I'm tired of it. Just shut up, sir. Shut up. Alright, now as I was saying, a lot of our best troopers are actually a little bit sleepy because we sent them to raid a large UFO, and we're not exactly going to have an amazing crew to deal with our, wow, not even, this crew isn't even going to be close to amazing. It's going to be closer to dog shit. Wow, we got a bad team. Alright, well, we're going to have to make do with what we've got. So, is Rihanna available? Alright, we're going to take Rihanna. We'll have Rihanna leading the mission then. On the Fountain of Pain map, Rihanna actually might hold us in good stead. She can hit some targets from very, very far away. So we're going to make items available, adjust Rihanna's loadout slightly. We're going to go with Aegis armor for Rihanna. I don't expect her to be grappling up to anything. Like I said, I'm totally banking on this being the Fountain of Pain, and as such, there are no rooftops or anything for her to take advantage of. She is going to need a grappling hook about as much as she needs another right cross to the face. So, scope and a high-capacity mag then, going to complete Rihanna's kit. Infantry guys. I'm sorely tempted to take Lindsay Lohan, even though it would wound her, but I'm not going to. Going to take Hugh Real Steel Jackman for certain. Let's get Real Steel loaded out here. Real Steel, of course, going to be wearing some Aegis armor as well. Going to be toting the Slim Shady Memorial Slug Slinger, as is his habit. Scope and a laser sight will complete Real Steel's kit. Who's next? Let's see here. We're going to need a scout, that's for certain. We're also going to need a decent assault trooper, which we have Matt Not Today Lauer, so that's not a bad thing. Who's going to fill in on scout duty? You know, despite his 21 willpower, I actually feel this is a reasonable use of old Kanye West here. So Kanye is going to get the call. We're going to kit Kanye in some Titan armor. Kit Kanye? Yeah. little bit of alloy cannon. That flashbang, however, not totally stoked about that. Chem grenade, we're going to try those out. We're going to go with a chem grenade, and no need on this mission, actually, for the arc thrower, as we will not be capturing. So let's go chem grenade and flashbang. Let's get an assault unit then to keep company with Kanye. Matt Lauer, I know, is going to be looking forward to that for sure. I mean, geez, who wouldn't want to hang out with Kanye West? I'm telling you, sounds like a great time. Titan armor for old Lauer as well. And for Lauer, it's going to be an alloy cannon. Pistol, we are going to give him... Normally we give him some unusual ammo. Let's go with shredder ammo because, hey, why not? And for his backup, you know what? Let's give him a chem grenade as well. We can try these out. Maybe the chem grenades will cause Exalt to hunker down. That would actually be lovely. So that leaves us 4 slots left, and we still need a medic. That's a given, and we also need a gunner. So who's up for gunner duty? Best available is going to be Lady Gaga. Alright, well, we'll go with that. So for the Gogster, then, we are going to go long-range build with the Gogster. It's going to be the Gauss machine gun for Gaga. You know what, man? I'm tempted to actually give her a Pulse Auto Blaster. Not going to do it, though. Very tempted, not going to do it. It's going to be a scope and a lazy sight. A lazy sight? It's like the sight that counteracts for someone who has a lazy eye. It's called a lazy sight. It actually skews off at like a 60-degree angle from the front of the gun so that they're aimed in the right direction. Also works for Peter Falk. Anyway, a laser sight and a scope will complete Lady Gaga's kit. And then we just need a medic. That's probably going to be John Leguizamo, because I think he might be the only... Yeah. So a critical mission here, and we're going to be stuck relying on a rat. Which Tony Soprano will tell you usually doesn't work out that well. But what must be done. So for the rat, Gauss rifle, Aegis armor, we've got him totally sorted. That leaves us 2 slots. Now, I would very much like one of these slots to go to an engineer. I'm not sure, however, that we have the appropriate engineer for the job. Looks like Kim K is sleepy. I know Tool Pusher just got back from a large UFO. Who's next best? Sun Kang? Oh, man. I guess it's going to have to be 1,000 Yard. That's right. We're going to have to rely on Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart. Yeah. I mean, arguably the only thing we should rely on for Kristen Stewart is for her to chew every chunk of scenery she can get within reach of her ravenous jaws. But in this case, chewing scenery not necessarily a bad thing, as the scenery chewing will allow her to destroy Exalt's cover, and on the Fountain of Pain, there's not a whole lot of cover to be destroyed, so it could be quite useful for us. I'm thinking about taking Tay-Tay. It's either Tay-Tay or Drake. Who is faster, actually? Drake, considerably. Similar aim, similar will, similar health. You know what? I'm actually taking Drake on this one. I'm sorry, but the Crimson-Lipped Goddess of Death, I do love her. To pieces, in fact. Like, you know, like a stalker loves her. I'm that fond of her. But on this map, we're going to need the extra foot speed. So it's going to be a railgun. A little bit of... we can't take a flamethrower because the flamethrower will just bug out when we set some Exalt bitches on fire. So it's going to be a proximity mine launcher, grenade launcher, alloy belt, and some weapon gyros, and that's got the Drakeinator sorted. So it's up to Drake and his magic legs to carry us through. Let's see if we can get it done. We said they'd take him anywhere. Let's hope we weren't lying when we said that. I mean, I was lying when I said that, just because I wanted to convince him that he should probably have his legs chopped off, but maybe I wasn't lying by accident. Let's find out.
Exalt has another cell operating inside the Argentinian border. Strike One will have to secure the area and ensure our operative can retrieve the intel we need.
Alright, so I have to say, gas station map, I was wrong. Flat out wrong. I was expecting the Fountain of Pain, and I'm not sure we've done an Exalt mission on this particular map. Maybe our last Exalt mission was on this map? No, because the last one was a 4-man. I don't recall having done this before, so this should be interesting to say the least. Let's get stuck in. Really like the look of that Titan arm, I gotta say. Boys look intimidating, if nothing else.
Our operative was in position to transmit the data they'd
Which
acquired
Matt Lauer
when
kind of
Exalt
needs, because he
forces
has,
moved into
you know,
their
sort
AO.
of a
The encoder is
congenial
currently shielding our
face, sort
transmitter's
of
position.
soft
But if Exalt
eyebrows.
manages to hack the encoder,
He needs
they'll
all
be
the
able to
intimidation
locate the
factor he can
transmitter.
get.
If they hack both, any hope we have
Alright,
of
our covert
recovering
operative
data
is in an
intact will
absolutely
be
terrible
lost.
position. Just
New
absolutely
objective
terrible.
received.
We have never landed here before on one of our covert operations either. Now, I do rather like the position of the encoder, since that's in Death Alley. We can do a lot of very, very bad things to any Exalt troopers that are in that position. The problem is going to be getting guys into a firing position, and of course, I did bring a sniper, and the one time I failed to bring a grappling hook is the one time when a grappling hook would be of enormous use. Alright, Rihanna, get into position then. Start moving. What kind of cover do we have? I mean, we can go in these windows. I'm going to take a look inside this building and just see what sort of cover is available. The answer is not good cover. Yeah, this could be bad. We're going to take this move. It looks like the drop zone so far is at least relatively free of enemies. I'd like to try and get some of our units. Drake is going to be last move honors to Drake.
You hear that?
Alright, so those guys are definitely going to be advancing. We are going to move Dr. Worm. Now, old John Flansburgh here, we're going to put him on Overwatch. We rather want Lauer close to the action, but not necessarily in a top-notch firing position. Is he going to be able to get out if we put him there? Not entirely sure. Our goal basically is going to be to not spawn any enemy units. So, of course, this will spawn a unit, almost guaranteed. Oh, wow, surprise. The Gogster. Gogster has to have our primo firing position. She's not on our mobility build, so we're going to put her at the top of the charts because, let's face it, that's where Lady Gaga belongs. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Kanye, not as quick as I'd like, but probably quick enough to get the job done. Real Steel can take our other good firing position base. And that just leaves Jake, well, Drake and the Rat. Oh, thanks a lot there. Very well done, son. Now we've got guys that are just not in cover at all, who are probably going to get their asses shot off. So it's going to be up to the Rat, then, to potentially save some lives here. Going to bring the Rat forward. He's going to have to deploy smoke. This is going to cover all of our troopers.
Smoke's in the air.
Very worried about one of those guys having a rocket and hitting that car, however. If that happens, we're going to have some casualties.
To access the encoder, Commander. We can't allow
Looks like an operative, also an operative. What's the guy on the roof? An operative. And operative. Okay, so all these guys are operatives, actually. That means none of them are going to have access to... Yeah, not a single one of them is going to have access. Just trying to also figure out where best to employ Drake. But since these guys are all operatives, not a single one of them is going to have a rocket. So let's move Drake to that position. We're going to have him go ahead and dash. I'm hoping Exalt doesn't smarten up and just run straight at us and begin chucking grenades. Yeah, well, I blame... I really feel that I have to blame Hugh Jackman for that one, because it's entirely Hugh Jackman's fault. It ain't that compromised, Drake. You're still in smoke. Quit your whining. There's some Overwatch. Some units advancing. This actually is not terrible. We've got some opportunities to clean these guys up. The important thing is we have to get this Overwatch taken care of, but we do have Kanye available for that duty. A lot of other Exalt hacking about back there, so we're gonna have more guys coming in. It's important to be aware that we're gonna have some more run-ins, and not just a few run-ins, but a lot. Where the hell is Kanye West? Kanye, what the hell are you doing, buddy? We need you pulling Overwatch here, sir. I'm not sure this is going to trigger any of it, but we've got to do it. Alright, well there's two. That's good. Alright, so lightning reflexes, Kanye.
Whoa!
Kanye's reflexes are still good. Looks like his will may have suffered a little bit because of some of the many blows to the head he has taken, but his reflexes are still top-notch. He's like an old hockey goalie. I mean, he's been beaten around, slapped around, taken a lot of unfortunate wounds and some less than pleasant damage, but damn it, he stops as many goals as ever. He can still stop those shots. Alright, so that's bad, actually. Very bad. We have Johnny Rocketeer there, who's not going to do anybody any good. We have 2 flank shots. Only a 55% chance. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take our first flank shot. Actually, who's the second flank shot on? That guy? Let's take that shot. Nope, we can't do that. We want our first shot to not count. So our first shot's going to be on this guy. Not a kill, but some reasonable damage for him. And then with our second action, we're going to eliminate a whole bunch of cover. We're going to go for a grenade, and we're going to eliminate this cover and blow up some of these nice little gas pumps. Exalt apparently failed to study how gasoline works in their field manual and decided that camping next to a pump filled with explosive fuel was not necessarily a terrible idea. I really don't like that guy on Overwatch. He may be able to get a shot at Rihanna. Oh, he did not. Alright. So now, what are we going to do here is the question. We do still have 1 unit on Overwatch who is somewhat problematic. We do not have great shots here. Not at all. Oh, okay. So here's our... Alright, there's our kill shot right there. Lady Gaga is definitely going to be shooting at the Rocketeer. 2 92% shots. If one of them hits, it should be a kill. There we go. So Lady Gaga taking out the most threatening of the units immediately. That's good. Fine work there from Gaga. Could send Matt Lauer up, and he could potentially get a kill. Also, that would give us a unit inside the zone, so we would have a chance of stopping the hack. I wouldn't mind having Kristen Stewart deliver her deadly, deadly grenade payload before we commit to that, however. Unfortunately, the only place Kristen Stewart can safely toss one of those grenades is from where Matt Lauer is right now. That's suboptimal. I'd really rather not move Hugh Jackman. He's in a reasonable position from where he's at. Doesn't have a lot of great shots, however. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this shot. It's not a great one. And that's a miss.
No, that is not good.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Huge. You're right, buddy. It's not good at all. Alright, well, a hit at least, so we can't fault you entirely. Although I'm totally going to blame everything on you if this shit goes south. So it's a run and gun then for Matt Lauer. We have to do it. We've got to get somebody in to try and help prevent the hack. This also possibly could get a kill for Matt Lauer with his run and gun. Alright, so the hack is at least delayed. 75, 83. We're going to take the 83. That's a kill for Lauer. Now the other advantage of having... I don't know how killing a man spawned another pod. That just seems unfair, to be honest. Kanye, what can you do? And we're looking pretty much exclusively at flush shots for Kanye because he has nothing else that's going to hit. Could throw a grenade, but at this point that grenade... You know what? A flush shot could trigger some close quarters combat if that guy moves. There we go. So that's going to get him killed by a combination of Matt Lauer and Kanye West. But as I was saying before I interrupted myself, that's actually one of the few things we do have working to our advantage in this situation. We do have Kanye, and it's probably going to be Overwatch for the rat.
Roger that. Scanning.
Kristen Stewart, you're in such a bad spot. You know what? We're going to double move Kristen Stewart. But we do have both Kanye and Matt Lauer there with their close quarters combat abilities, and it's just going to be, once again, Overwatch there for our medic. Dr. Worm, rather, our assault trooper. But we do have 2 units here. If these guys try to advance, we're going to get... I mean, reasonably, we could get several reactive shots from both Matt Lauer and the Drakenator. I keep calling him Kanye West. Kanye's on the mission, but I have no idea what that guy was doing. Apparently he has a hatred for compact cars. A proponent of buying American, I guess. I was worried about that unit, thinking he might flank our medic, but it looks like that's not going to come to fruition. More shots at the Drakenator. Drake getting some fortunate misses from Exalt. They are cooperating in so much as they're trying to let us win, at least. Not that these weapons are going to do a whole lot of damage to Drake. They really don't have amazing output. But when he's getting shot by, 75 guys a turn, that shit does add up. And there are, what, like 12? Yeah, there's 12 Exalt on the map currently, with always the potential for more. Drake is probably going to have to fall back here.
Hostile fire
Really want to get a proximity mine down for the Drakester, just to prevent those guys from moving. We may have Drake try and weather the storm again, if possible. Depends on how much damage he takes here. Smoke grenade? Yep. Alright, so that's a problem, actually. Alright, Lauer. I really would prefer you not take cover behind a gas pump, sir. I mean, I honestly, sincerely mean that. Not behind a gas pump. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try and make the enemy's smoke work against them, if possible. We're going to get one flank shot out of this, at least. And if we can get one that's going to be a guaranteed kill, that's the one we're going to take. Alright, so we're going to take the kill shot here. That should not count for Drake as a potential action. Alright, so with our second move then, we're going to put a proximity mine over here. And what we're going to do is just prevent anyone else from advancing into that zone with that proximity mine. If they come in, they're going to take some damage. Now we really need to do something with old Not Today Matt Lauer here. Matt not in the greatest position of all time. If Dr. Worm could get to a terminal, I would really, really, really like to hack one this turn, but I don't see one that's going to be within reach. Probably that one is honestly the most hackable. Let's see what Rihanna can do from her rooftop position. If she can take out this overwatching fellow, that would be quite lovely for us. Rihanna, you feel like contributing something here? No, not so far. I mean, you do have double tap, but it doesn't matter. We're not going to get a kill out of this. You probably won't even get a hit, actually. Oh, so 6 damage. While it's not nothing, it's not what we needed. So Matt Lauer has a ton of targets here. Very, very bad chances at all of them. Well, there's an 80%. You know, honestly, I feel that may be the best we can do. We're just going to take that shot. So, of course, Matt Lauer immediately decides to let us down. Fantastically done there, sir. Lady Gaga's just going to take her best shot, whatever it happens to be. And I saw 77. Won't get a kill. Neither of those has a chance to crit. Wow, we're in kind of a tough spot here. We're going to have to rapid fire, then. If we're gonna have to gamble and try and get lucky on a double hit. That's all we can do. We've got to get some kills. Got to start weeding some of these exiled out. These guys are like dandelions springing up all over our front yard. We've got to do something about them. So there's nowhere for Kanye to be.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Yeah, that's just awesome. Go ahead and use your lightning reflexes. On the plus side, we have had Kanye manage to dodge all of the Overwatch that the enemy has thrown at us. It's not great, but at least it's something. You have a 14% chance to hit that guy, Kanye. Amazingly terrible, sir. I'd honestly like to put Kanye in that position, but we have no kind of backup for him at all. Lauer, can you potentially get a kill if we move you over there? You know what? We've got to see what Kristen Stewart can do with a grenade. Not a whole lot unless she takes cover behind a gas pump, which I would prefer not to do. None of these units are on Overwatch. Alright, we're going to try something with Kristen Stewart. I do not know if this is going to work or not. We're going to have Kristen Stewart lob a grenade out here and see if she can set off a proximity mine with a grenade. Or just blow up this car and kill some guys. That would also be good.
The encoder is gone, Commander. Exalt is going to move directly on the transmitter now.
Okay,
we
well,
have to stop them.
That did
we have
not
a new objective.
Did not work out like I had hoped, actually. So, yeah, that was rather that was rather poorly done. Alright, so we're going to need to bunker up then.
I'm rolling.
It's time to hunker down. I mean, we know where they're coming if they're going for the encoder, so there's no reason to not take every opportunity to bunker this down. I'm upset about destroying the encoder, but honestly, now that I seriously consider it, that may not have been the worst idea ever. If we can force them to come in on us, we can take advantage of some Overwatch and whatnot. So let's see if we can set up a bit of a death trap.
Roger that.
And we may as well, at this point, have Leguizamo move into a position where his Overwatch can contribute. And I now wish, actually, that we'd had Lady Gaga just drop into Overwatch. I'm guessing Drake is going to get a lot of Overwatch and close quarters combat opportunities, so he should be able to kill some of these guys as they try and move forward. Like, say, that guy. Not a hit, but an incredible proximity of a hit in that he did destroy a gas pump in a massive explosion and generated more damage than the kill. If he had made the hit, actually got more damage out of the miss than he did out of he would have out of the hit. So, you know what they say, Drake started on the bottom, now he's here. With luck like that, we know why he's here now. So, pretty evident how Drake got where he is. Luck! It's certainly not because of, you know, talent or any innate musical ability. I think we can just go ahead and straight up rule those two things out. Alright, so a double move from that Exalt Trooper. Unexpected. What have we got here? Alright, so we've got a couple guys who are moving around. Looks like going for some flank shots. Shot at Drake. Drake taking advantage of Exalt smoke, using it against him. Possibly the cleverest thing Drake has ever done in his entire life. Other than accidentally saying YOLO and turning it into a whole catchphrase thing.
There's another group of Exalt reinforcements moving.
Alright, so we got a couple guys coming in. Looks like some backdoor men, snipers, which are always a problem. A pair of snipers. Now, those snipers are always a problem, but we do have Kristen Stewart in a reasonable position to pose a problem for the snipers. So before we do anything crazy, let's take a look and see what we can do with Kristen Stewart. Lady Gaga has a number of decent shots. The problem with Kristen Stewart, actually... Well, there are many problems with Kristen Stewart, and we'll go into those in a moment. That's a can't-miss shot from Rihanna. We're going to take it. We're not in a position where we can begin passing up shots that literally can't miss. Where is Dr. Worm? This is one of the rare occasions where we're... Oh, shit. Dr. Worm, where did you get off to? I need you, and I sent you on a foolish flanking mission, didn't I? Yes, I certainly did, and now you can't get in a position to do what I need you to do. Also can't really afford risking losing Dr. Worm. Alright, so... We're gonna move Dr. Worm to here. He's not a real doctor, of course, but he is a real worm, an actual worm. And we're gonna have to do some somewhat dangerous things with Kristen Stewart. Like, first off, moving her into full cover, which is never particularly dangerous. And then Kristen... No, don't go on Overwatch. Oh. But that was not at all what I wanted her to do. I wanted Kristen Stewart to throw a grenade at that back door so that we could expose those two snipers. But, clearly that's not going to happen, so it's going to be up to Dr. Worm here to try and get a kill. Dr. Worm getting it done, at least. So, what's that leave old Lauer? Matt Lauer, what can you do for us? Answer, not exactly a lot. So we're going to have to take some shots with Lady Gaga here. 72%. That's all we've got. Alright, so Lady Gaga is going to rapid fire then at that unit. One hit out of these two shots would produce a kill. I don't know what Lady Gaga is talking about. I mean, she blew the holy living shit out of the front of that truck and then still somehow managed to get the kill. She said the shot didn't connect, but I'm not entirely certain what she was referring to because it looked like a hit to me, so...
That's affirmative.
Maybe Lady Gaga's eyesight is going. Of course, she does frequently wear, like, an eye patch and stuff that's over her eye, obscuring her vision. Maybe she should rethink that when deploying into the field as a member of Team Exalt. It's always best to have... You know what? We brought these chemical grenades, damn it. I'm going to use one here. We're going to see what this does. This is more of an experiment, if nothing else. It should do 1 damage and cover that guy in acid, so if he does anything else... Also, the shot Kanye had, I mean, it was not going to hit anyway. It would have been fairly pointless to have Kanye really try anything else. We're going to bring the rat over here and put the rat on Overwatch.
Roger that. Scanning.
Real Steel does have 2 targets. One at a 98... Okay, that's 98% for a kill. We're absolutely going to take that. So that's a dead man.
X-ray down. I'm running
And that just leaves 1 shot for Jackman. I'm tempted to have him reload, but he does have lock and load, so we can't put him on Overwatch. Why not? Alright, apparently Hugh Jackman cannot go on Overwatch, so I guess he's going to have to reload. And that just leaves us old Drake here. Now, Drake is not in the greatest position he's ever been in. He's a little bit injured. He's also out of ammunition. I'm feeling maybe our best move might be to just simply have Drake fall back and reload. I'm just trying to figure out where would be the best spot for him to do that. probably right here, in full honesty. This should... No, that Overwatch was... That was poorly done right there. Yeah, that's 2 damage that Drake should not have taken. That was badly done. So we're going to reload then. And that just leaves us then old Matt Lauer. Now, Lauer could shoot that guy twice, but that's going to leave him flanked by that dude, which we would prefer and avoid if we can. Lauer cannot run and gun. Wow, we're actually not in a great position to make any kind of use of Matt Lauer at all. He can move freely. We could put him here in half cover. Then he's going to have to reload. You know, probably the best thing for Matt Lauer is just going to be to go ahead and have him lock in a reload. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But it has to be done. So let's see how this guy reacts. Curious what he's going to do when in... Okay, apparently he hunkered down or the equivalent thereof. No, he's going to move and take damage. Alright, so... And then hunker down. That was unexpected. Alright, so we've got more Exalt running in, and all of them ran into a cloud of acid. I'm not sure who's in charge of their tactics, but I applaud his bad decisions. Now this is going to go poorly for us. We're going to have 2 snipers running the back door, and somebody is probably going to die. We do not have adequate Overwatch coverage. Yeah, we really fucked the dog earlier when we failed to throw that grenade. John Leguizamo going to miss. Every prediction that Kristen Stewart is going to go down in a heap here. Why that guy double moved, Commander, I have no idea.
Exalt forces are in position to hack the transmitter. We need to stop them before they wipe our data.
So 5 more damage for Drake.
This is the last of the hostile reinforcements, Commander. We just need to hold out a little longer.
Alright, so we've got a problem brewing back here, and not a small one. Good lord, there are a ton of Exalt here. Just an absolute ton. They got like 5 guys on a run-in. Come on! This is why I hate Exalt, folks. This is why. So Drake is still in a frankly, a terrible position. Kanye West also in a pretty bad position, really. We have too many targets and not enough guns, folks. Too many targets, not enough guns. The Lady Gaga not in a position to offer a great deal of support. Rihanna may be able to meek out a kill on something here if we have some injured guys. She does have double tap, and she can't miss that guy. Double tap's not going to be a factor, though, because she's going to have to reload.
Got no ammo.
Yep. We noticed. So Hugh Jackman is flanked. There's a 53% chance to hit that guy. It seems ridiculously low. But we can't leave... That's the one thing we cannot do. We simply cannot leave Kristen Stewart where she is. We can't. Kristen Stewart has got to move. Their problem is there's really no safe spot to put her. There's no position of safety when you're Kristen Stewart. We're going to move Kristen Stewart to there. I don't like it, but man, she has a bad chance to hit, too. We are in trouble, folks. In serious trouble. Rat, what can you do? God, you can't do anything. Alright, we're going to take just a miracle chance here. Yeah, I did not expect that to hit at all.
Adjusting sights.
We'll revisit that in a moment then. And at this point, we've got to start falling back. So we're going to rapid fire at whatever our highest percentage is. So far, it looks like a 47. That's the best we can do. A unit is at least hollow targeted. Looks like a double miss, and now we cannot use that for cover because it's going to explode. This is risky, but I have to do it. Actually, Dr. Worm doesn't have a grenade. That was entirely not risky. It was just absolutely pointless.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
This mission's going just swimmingly, folks. I'm not making mistakes left and right. Anything like that at all. I'm not completely fucking the dog here. Matt Lauer could get to there, but he'd still be flanked once he arrived. Alright, Drake has got to fall back. We've got to get Drake or Matt Lauer, someone who has some close encounters abilities. We've got to get him into this building.
Incoming weapons fire.
It's all coming apart, folks. It's like Paula Abdul's career in about season 5 of... I don't know, whatever the hell that singing show is called. Super popular. The fact that it escapes my memory just speaks of my early onset Alzheimer's fast approaching. American Idol? Yeah, it's like her career at the end of American Idol, which is to say, bad. Or at least all coming apart at the seams. I can't even get a... I want to get a proximity mine in that back door, but I can't do it. So it's going to have to be a double move for Drake. If I could get to a decent position, I would run and gun with Lauer. I'm actually going to run and gun with Lauer. The Overwatch is clear. How is he going to be flanked there? What will have him flanked? Seriously, what is flanking that spot? He's not flanked there, oddly. Alright, well then, that's where he's going to wind up. And we did run and guns. We're going to take the shot, even though it's not really a great one. That being said, actually, 75% is one of the best shots we've had so far. Kanye's already sort of done his thing this turn. I think we just have Kanye fall back to a position of safety. He already poisoned half their team with that chemical grenade. So that leaves us the Rat with a terrible shot. And he's all we got left. Oh, also Kristen Stewart. Well, Kristen Stewart's shot is not as terrible, so... Yeah, I saw that, Kristen, but at least you made the Rat shot slightly more likely to miss by less than 400 miles. And that just leaves Huge Axeman. He's our only hope. Save me, Huge Axeman. You're my only hope. So Hugh with an Obi-Wan Kenobi moment there, saving the day. I gotta wonder at this point, though, how much longer our troopers can hold out. We're in a fast disintegrating position here. Our cover is quickly being eradicated by the enemy. And we still have like 3 troopers that are in the back, ready to come in the back door, storm in, and start murdering people. XL healing is, honestly, I feel a waste of their time. They have every advantage at this point. They really should be pressing the attack. Some of them are hunkering down. Having that whole pod run into that chemical grenade really helped, and that's... we gotta find that sniper. That guy needs to die wherever the hell he's at. We've got to get him killed. We can't have him shooting at our troopers like that. They simply are not going to be able to sustain that level of damage. They're going to be... Oh, there goes Kristen Stewart's cover. And Kristen Stewart probably going to take one in the face here. Oh, unit's going to double move. Alright, so we need to find that sniper. That guy is now the priority. If he can hit Huge Axeman from full cover, we've got to do something about that guy. So let's see if we can get Rihanna with a shot at him. Not that guy, that's an operative. 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 Alright, so Rihanna only has 3 targets and she can only kill 1. We're going to take the kill. At this point, we've just got to weed out what we can weed out. He's down, straight through the neck. This is the Drake show from henceforth. This is all about you, Drake. It's all you, buddy.
I'm on the move.
This should give you 2 flank shots. You're gonna have to take Overwatch to do it, but what must be done must be done. There's the... Is that a... No, that's an operative, not a sniper. We wouldn't mind getting that guy killed as well. He is a serious threat to some of our troops, actually. Critical here would be a kill. No dice, but I'm fairly certain we can get 1 damage. So we're going to actually have Drake shoot at a different target here. And that is a kill. Alright, that actually may give Dr. Worm here a chance to do something positive for us. So we're going to have Dr. Worm advance to here.
Enemies in sight.
Dr. Worm, of course, immediately spotting an enemy. He does have that enemy flanked, but it's not really going to do us much good. Dr. Worm's probably going to have to move again. Matt Lauer, can you run and gun? No. Who has Real Steel flanked? Oh, that guy did. Lady Gaga, what can you do? You have 1 target. Well, why don't you shoot at him twice? Lady Gaga continuing her punishing assault on
I'm all out.
that tow truck there. She's got a serious vendetta working against that thing. It's kind of strange, actually. Well, that was more than a single move. Well, that's some fine fucking horse shit right there. So Dr. Worm is going to run and gun because he, at this point, sort of has no choice. And we're going to try a bit of a dipsy doodle, actually, here with Dr. Worm. So he's going to take the long-range pistol shot. Gets the critical. And it's going to be then up to Kristen Stewart to sort of dig us out of this hole. We're going to move Kristen Stewart to here. And she's going to grenade this guy. Now, we need a kill grenade here. Come on, get it on him. Such fine-tune adjusting here. We're used to nuanced performances from Kristen Stewart, and this is why. Cover getting him a little bit bigger advantage than I would have liked. That's going to leave him in a frankly unacceptable position. Do we have anyone else that could potentially kill that man? No. We have John Leguizamo and Real Steel. Well, Real Steel has got to move. We're going to move Real Steel to here. He does have a shot. We're going to take it. 68%. You need to connect, dude. Alright, you delivered for us. So that leaves us Matt Lauer, who can finish that guy off. Oh. Yeah, it's got to be done. So Lauer, I want you to adjust, and then you can shoot twice at this guy in case you miss a 100% shot. Some bizarre circumstance. I'm not going to say it's impossible because it kind of thing has happened before. We're actually going to put you on Overwatch. Wait, what can you do with that chemical grenade? How far out can you get it? Quite far enough. Alright, so Overwatch then. Rat, you're in a terrible position and not exactly set to do anything positive, but we do need to get some heal on Huge Axeman.
Come on, get back in the game.
Huge is in a bad way. A bad way. So why don't you go ahead and heal him up there. And we've got the empty ammo Lady Gaga sort of holding down our rear. We did, on the plus side, we should have eliminated most of the spotters. So there's the sniper. Is that guy up top? How come Rihanna can't see that guy if he's up high? Why do we have no vision on him? We should absolutely have vision on him.
Incoming over here.
Yeah, that's whatever, Rihanna. You've been aces this mission. I think you've done a grand total of fuck and all. I mean, you've combined for fuck and all. It's not like you've done fuck and then all. It's just combined. It's those two things together. That's all you've gotten. So our bunker strategy appears to be holding out thus far. We've got Drake in a position to net himself some serious kill action this turn. Alright, so we're going to lead things off then with Rihanna. What does she got? Where is that sniper? Is that him? That could be him, and that's a potential for a kill. We're going to take it. Alright, so that was not a sniper. But it is a dead man, and at this point, we're going to take kills wherever the hell we can get them. We need anything we can get, folks. We're a tight spot. 84% driven through that guy's nose. Not a total loss, then. So, 1,000 yard. What can you do? Get a grenade out there for us, if you would. And just sort of soften these two gentlemen up a bit. I'm going to have you center it directly over them. I want there as little cover coming into this zone as possible. And that was straight up one full kill, surprisingly. So, Lauer, can you finish that guy off? John Flansburgh, what can you even see? You have a 9% chance to hit that guy with the pistol. Wow, that's fantastic, John.
Will do.
I mean, seriously, that's fucking amazing hit percentage. Why don't you go ahead and take that 23% shot, because that's useful. And thank you for giving Matt Lauer a quick laser shave there. He was looking a little shaggy, so. Nice hit there.
Hoorah! Burning through ammo fast.
Lady Gaga, no choice but to reload, and she still is in full cover, so we'll just go ahead and have her loaded up. Kanye, other than one bizarrely lucky grenade, sir, you have been a bitter, bitter disappointment on this mission. Bitter, bitter disappointment. We're actually going to have Huge Axeman reload and go on Overwatch, and then we're going to have the Rat pump him up again. I cannot afford to lose Huge Axeman at this point.
Come on, you'll be back.
He's one of our commanders. He's the goddamn Wolverine, for crying out loud. Nobody punks the Wolverine. He's not going down. Wolverine's not going out like this. It's just not going to happen. That's going to get him overwatched. I would prefer to avoid that if at all possible. Apparently not at all possible. Looks like a miss, though. Yeah, so he shot wide anyway. Got lucky. So we have 2 operatives crouched behind that car. We're actually going to go into Overwatch. Kanye is contributing exactly 0, although his lightning reflexes might get a trigger here. Oh, nope. Alright, so we have just a vast plethora of bad guys awaiting us outside. One of whom is in the open. Can we flush somebody out? We're going to take that bad flush shot. Yeah, made a move at least. Your ammo's pretty much irrelevant at this point, Kanye. I'm actually sad that I brought you. You've been quite disappointing so far. You really have not done much for us at all. Hugh Jackman, I think, has just pretty much equaled your damage output right there with a single Overwatch shot. On the plus side, these guys do have to come at us. There's our sniper. Alright, so there's the guy marked for death right there. That's the gentleman who has to die above all else. This is like a Steven Seagal movie. He is marked for death. Although I say like a Steven Seagal movie, I would have said like a bad Steven Seagal movie, but I think the bad part goes without saying. Also, pretty sure that guy just shot his buddy square in the fucking back. I'm definitively positive that he fragged his companion. Apparently some little bit of disagreement in the Exalt ranks. We've got some problems. Trouble in paradise, as it were. And so, Rihanna, you must begin pumping rounds into the enemy sniper. Please find him and shoot him in the face. That's him right there. I don't think Rihanna can... She definitely can't get a kill with this shot because... You know what? We're still going to take it. I want him injured at the least.
No rounds.
Yeah, I know you have no rounds. Because you're a useless tool. So Huge Axeman has one really bad shot. Kanye, can you at least draw some Overwatch for us? Actually, it looks like the answer to that question is no. You kind of can't. That's full cover. I don't know why that's full cover, but we're still moving Kanye there. Just to pull out the enemy Overwatch. This is literally Kanye's only skill at this point. And those elite snipers are very, very dangerous. They're units that we want dead very badly. Another shot. No, it's just an eye. And Kanye was hit, but honestly, 6 damage, not a big deal. What that's going to allow us to do, then, is get the Huge Axeman and put him in a position to return some fire to those 2 snipers. Now, Rihanna did hit one, and if Huge can come up with another hit on that same guy, it'd be a kill. 53% chance. We may revisit that in a moment. We've got to deal with these guys, and I'm just trying to figure out how best to deal with that. Lady Gaga, once again, has a full clip. She could continue her devastating... well, there we go. There's our answer. So Lady Gaga can get that guy. I have every confidence that of the 2 shots, one of these is going to hit. Or Lady Gaga could continue to disappoint us at every single opportunity. On the plus side, that will... Oh, God damn it, Lauer. So it's going to be up to Kristen Stewart, then. Once again, we're really relying very heavily on Kristen Stewart this mission. She's... So far, we're not doing that again. Let's not have another misclick debacle there, Kristen. I think once is probably enough per mission.
Frag out.
Do some good damage here, Kristen. Not quite good enough. We needed the 6 to go on a different unit. But on the plus side, this is 2 dead guys, because Kanye is going to kill them both. So you're dead. Yep, that's right. I keep calling this guy Kanye West, and
Target down.
As little respect as I have for Drake, to keep continuously calling him Kanye really is a disservice to the man.
I'll need a resupply soon.
Considering apologizing, I mean formally, like writing him a legitimate formal apology. Please kill that man. Oh, alright, so at least Lady Gaga's hollow targeting allowed real steel to get the hit.
It's killing time.
Dr. Worm's just going to reload. So is Matt Lauer, too, actually. So. And for the rat, if he has a smoke grenade left, and he does, we're going to take advantage of our final smoker, and we're going to put this out. Oh, come on. You can't cover the one. Alright. There's only 2 units I'm concerned about, and that is Huge Axeman and Drake. And for a moment, I thought the rat was going to refuse to cover them for some bizarre reason. But he did deploy. Exalt at this point has got to be running out of guys. I mean, literally, we've killed hundreds of them at this point. I sincerely think they may legitimately just be out of actual men. Not sure how fast their hybridization program works, but it seems like that would be something that would take at least a modicum of time. I mean, at the outside, you'd have to infect them with a retrovirus, and then wait while that retrovirus rewrote their DNA. Doesn't seem like it would be a very quick process. So, I mean, Exalt should just legitimately be out of guys at this point. And all they have left, it looks like, is 4 operatives. We can deal with that, actually. The things have not gone well on this mission, but they haven't fallen apart as critically as they could have. It's not a everything that can go wrong has gone wrong situation.
Good to go.
Could be worse. Could be worse. 69% for a kill. 84% for an injury. I would actually just rather have this man be dead, even if we don't get the hit. Surprisingly, Rihanna finally deciding to unlimber her rifle and begin doing some actual damage. Whatever this shot is, we're taking it. We've been giving Lady Gaga low percentage miss chances all mission, and she's fucking missed every single one, goddammit. On the plus side, that tow truck is never going to tow anything else in the entirety of its existence because she has blown it to ever-loving fucking pieces. It is completely and utterly destroyed. So Kanye, you can see 2 targets. Take the higher hit percent, please, Kanye. A critical would not go amiss here.
Out of rounds. That is not good.
Kanye, I feel that you have adequately evaluated your own performance, sir. That to say that that is not good is, at this point, a rather dramatic understatement. Also, Kristen Stewart, completely out of grenades.
On my way. So
her scenery-chewing abilities have fled Kristen. I'm not sure what else she brings to the table. Other than chewing scenery, she's not really good for much. Dr. Worm, you feel like maybe grabbing a kill here? Could happen. I mean... Or once again, you could fucking try... Man, I don't know what it is that John Flansburgh has against Matt Lauer, but that's the second time he's almost shot him in the head. I'm beginning to wonder if there's not some kind of they might be giants rivalry that we're seeing here, that John Flansburgh trying to settle some kind of old score. Nice crit, actually, from Huge Axeman. So we've got Drake with no ammo, and we have the rat. The rat not really in a position to offer much. I think that's we also have Matt Lauer. Lauer, can you hit that guy? Probably. And at this point, probably is good enough.
Bye-bye.
Made a nice little pile of corpses there. So we're going to put the rat on Overwatch. Drake is no longer in cover. So we're going to move Drake to here and have him reload. This should be the last enemy on the map at this point.
Rearming weapons.
And that's going to get Drake safely out of line of sight. So we don't have to worry about our marauding madman being injured. And it looks like a double move for the final turn from Team A Exalt. John Leguizamo just wanting to let everyone know he's still relevant and around. Not that he's relevant in Hollywood, and of course he hasn't been for a number of years, but he does still like to make sure everyone knows that he's still around. So we're going to send Lauer out. He's just going to take a shot at this man in the back. If he can perhaps get a kill. Reasonable chance, not a great chance. Oh, there we go. Closed it out.
Secure, and it looks like that was the last of Exalt's forces in the area.
So Operation Demon Sleep may finally lay to rest our entire Exalt. All we have to do now is assault their base. Or at least I'm hoping. This should eliminate every single last place, so we know where the base is. We can finally accuse someone and go in Adam Sherlock Holmes style. I'm really looking forward to making the accusation. Should be fun. Also, I'm really looking forward to burning all trace of Exalt off the planet. We will excoriate those bastards with extreme prejudice. So, Huge Axeman, 17 days in the wound department. That's much better than having him critically injured or dead. That's all I'm going to say. And for Huge Axeman, he is an Overwatch trooper. He's definitely going to get Sentinel. So that's got Hugh sorted. That was our only promotion, disappointingly. Oh, of course, except for John Flansburgh, who apparently is the best covert operative that Exalt has to offer. It's going to be close encounters. We could give him rapid fire, but let's face it, with John Flansburgh's aim, we don't need to give him any kind of additional penalties ever. So close encounters it is for Dr. Worm. Let's get him sorted. His aim is almost up to a C level, still in the D level, of course, at 68, but he's bucking for that 70%. Looking for that C- trooper.
Recalculating possible Exalt facility locations.
Yeah, let's go take a look at that, actually, because I'm very concerned where it might be. So it's in Brazil. What a surprise. The same place the alien base is. Honestly, a smarter man would have just intuited that and made an accusation earlier. But, yeah, so it has to be there. Very well, then. At least we know where it's at. We didn't get anything that we would need to sell, and with our final, what is to be our final Exalt hack mission, finally completed. I'm actually, I don't know, I don't really sound it because I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather, but I am completely stoked about that, very excited. I'm looking forward to raiding that base, and probably as soon as our ace team comes back, so in 5 days, likely 5 days, let's take a look here. Yeah, in 5 days, at the maximum, we will be sending an insertion team to go and raid Exalt headquarters. So that could potentially be our next mission. The aliens haven't been throwing a whole lot of activity at us lately. They've been fairly dull. I think they're probably, this is still build 13, so they may still be in the having a resource gathering problem, because every transport or harvesting mission they've launched lately, we've thwarted. 509 credits. Could potentially build a firestorm, but we're still waiting, I believe. Yeah, we're still actually waiting, like no time has passed. So we're still waiting for our power facility to come online to build our hyperwave relay. So we're just going to bank our cash, and with nothing else to do, I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, consider subscribing as well. We'll see you again soon.